Hi everybody and welcome to Josiah is Right. So I have Penny with me here. We are going to talk to you today about thrift store finds for October and backwards to September because I didn't do a video for September. So we are going to talk about the few things I found over that time period. So thrift stores, a little bit of eBay, things like that. We're going to start with a couple of the most recent eBay finds. So I'm going to get them here. So it's a lot of Final Fantasy games. So I actually have Final Fantasy VII, and it included that. It also included 2 copies of Final Fantasy VIII. Some of the cases are just a little bit cracked, but not that bad. It was all 3 of these in a lot, and I kind of got carried away bidding. It's not the normal cheapness of some of these things, but it's not expensive at all. It's like 20 bucks, like 24 with shipping. So, but I'm excited to have the Final Fantasy VIII for sure, and I'm going to be working on a video on the games that should be on the PlayStation Classic. And I'm holding one of them here. So anyway, great games from my high school age, and hopefully Penny can grow up playing these awesome games. And thanks to Penny, I can carry all 3 right now. So she's gonna hold that. Which one did you get? Oh, she got Final Fantasy VII, all-time great game. Next, we have another PlayStation game, and this is Tetris, the new Tetris, and it works. I've tested it out. I didn't get to test out any of the Final Fantasy games. Hopefully they all work, and if Penny doesn't break it putting it on my desk, we should be okay. But the new Tetris, I played it, it works. It's the new version, I'm not even sure, I don't recall what makes it different, but it's a Tetris game for the PlayStation, so every system should have a good Tetris game, or just a plain old regular Tetris game. Sticking on video games, and that is NHL 94. So this is a significant game in my life. I think this was the first one where they actually were, before that, it was like NHLPA 93, so it was just a players association. So this is one where you have both the players. So this is one where you have both the players and the teams actually, endorsing it. So it's all the way there and legit. So you have, including the new teams such as the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, which is really close to where I live now. But obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh fan, and here you have in the front the Bruins and the Kings. So anyway, I did play this as well. So I tested this. This also works. Up next, a great little find here of a book. So let go, baby. A great little find of a book. So some of the things you'll see came from a barn book sale. So this is one of those sort of storybooks with pictures. Open it up, Penny. Look inside. Look. So pictures inside. So I'll show you guys really quick some of the inside. Look, there's Dr. Jones, there's Short Round. There they are again. So now I'm reading the book to Penny, but that's what you get here. It's like the sort of the kids' storybook version of Temple of Doom. So it's the reason that there is a PG-13 rating here. So this book is probably too graphic for kids. But anyway, my kid is reading it right now. So there you go. Next up is from, I don't think I explained, the barn and book sale. So right near where I live here in Garden Grove, they have every year a barn sale, literally where it's a barn, and not all of it's in the barn, but there is a barn portion of the sale, and they sell books, they sell collectibles, whatever stuff, just all cheap. It's like a yard sale or a flea market type thing. And including the things I found here, you'll see there's some more stuff, but it's all very cheap. It's actually a whole bucket of toys, which I'll cut to while I'm thinking about it, that I gave to Penny. It's a McDonald's bucket, which I found there, which was for like a quarter, full of toys that were like 25-30 cents each, and they're all like from the early 90s of like vintage McDonald's like car toys of Batman, and not Batman but Joker and Poison Ivy. You'll see. I'll cut to that so you can see. As I'm saying all this, you'll have seen it by now. But here you have Spider-Man in a sketchbook, and this is a cool sketchbook. I thought, oh, it must be great. It still has a pen, so it's probably not used. But people drew all over the inside of it, so everything is sketched. So you can see Namor there. That's the person who traced over the other one, which is what you're supposed to do in here. But it's all, sadly, it's all drawn all over, so I wasn't expecting that. But it was only like 75 cents. And next up is something Penny loves here. This was actually Judy's. So Judy's mom found this, and it's a Little Mermaid vintage pillowcase. Now Penny loves Ariel because we go to Disneyland quite a bit, and I no longer post my Disney videos here, so if you want to see those, check out Penny Rides. That's where I post those now. But this is from Judy's childhood, and Penny loves Ariel because that's probably Penny's favorite ride at Disney California Adventure is the Little Mermaid. So even though she's not interested in the pillow, she's interested in Indiana Jones, proving she's my kid. Next up is a couple of guidebooks. So this is from a library that right across the street from me that has basically their little bookstore, and the hours are really weird because it's just the volunteers that work there. This is Zelda Wind Waker guide, which I actually already gave to my friend Paul, and he forgot it, so I will still have to give this to you, Paul. So Paul's the guy I do a lot of videos with, and he was in Japan recently and stuff, and he has Wind Waker for the GameCube, which I currently have his copy and his GameCube, which he let me borrow. So, but maybe I'll play it and use the guide. But anyway, this is his guide. I gave it to him because I don't see myself buying that game. And next up is one I want to keep. So it's the Legend of Zelda. It's the collector's edition. So this goes through like Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. That's all the guidebooks for that. So it's kind of cool, and it's the official Nintendo Power one. So that's what you have here. This one is, for me to keep. So I will actually, I don't know that I'll use it, but it's cool to have. And it's just really cool if you look inside, you can see like the old school, Nintendo Power style maps of that show you where to go and that kind of thing. So anyway, the last up from that find, and these were all like $1 each, is the World of TSR. So this is like, your Dungeons and Dragons style art, your fantasy art stuff. But the crazy thing is, I don't really know anything about any of this, but it is signed by a few of the artists that contributed to this book. So I was like, well, I have to get it for $1 if it's signed by some of the people. So that's that. I have no idea what it is. If you know anything about any of that stuff, let me. Penny, look, this one's for you, kid. Next up is some vinyl of the Aristocats. Look at that, Pen. Can you see it? So this was a thrift store find. I found this and an In Excess record. So I'll just show you that really quick. So In Excess. So I don't usually show my music finds on here. I do tend to find a lot of music, but I don't always have it here with me. I'm not quite sure why, so I'll put that one down. But Penny is going to like this. What's the cat say? What sounds does a cat make? Come on, kid. What sounds does a cat make? Meow, by the way. That's normal. There it is. That's normally one of her favorite sounds. So these are like the storybook version, so it's really cool. So we have quite a collection now, and they're all vintage, all original. We do have Alice in Wonderland, which is not a vintage original. It's a reproduction we got at Disneyland, but everything else is original and vintage, and they're all from the 60s for the most part, and they all work well and are in great shape. So it's basically like a storybook version on vinyl. So that's what we got here. Really cool. Up next is from that book sale, and these are a series of Spider-Man comics. So you can see here just a couple of single issues, which are okay. They're, older but not vintage, like super old or anything, not Silver Age or anything like that. And then these guys, which are graphic novels from the early 90s. Now these are the kind of things that I would have killed for to have as a kid. And I remember seeing these. You could order these in, your comic book magazines, and that hair is driving me crazy. I would covet these things so much, want them so badly. They're all like Carnage and Venom. At that barn sale where I got these, they had a ton of Spider-Man comic books, and they were like $1 each, regardless of what they were. And these were graphic novels for $1, so I was happy to get those for $1. All these were $1, including those comic books there. I wish that I got more, but I just didn't have time to like really root through everything to see what I needed and don't have. It was mostly Amazing Spider-Man, which I collected thoroughly as a kid. Here, Penny, you want to hold a different one? Penny was opening up the one with Venom. So it's Venom, Venom Returns, and the Carnage story. Couple more comic books. So you can see here Spider-Boy, which is that amalgam when they did the Marvel crossover, and Max, and these were all just random thrift store find. The Max, the cartoon blew my mind as a kid, and I read the comics at the same time. So when you're like 10, 11 years old when that comes out, I don't know how it would hold up to me today, but it was very profound as a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid. Yeah, you can hang on to the Carnage one. The Marvel Age, I love these books. And then this one I have mainly because I was so excited to find this vintage G.I. Joe comic and I wasn't careful. Look at this. This is a reprint for like later G.I. Joe toys. So it's like really that super heavy paper, which I don't know. If it was a modern comic, it wouldn't bother me, but for this it does, which is stupid. And then finally, Milk and Cheese. I had a board game that came with Wizard comics of Milk and Cheese, and I've never ever read them. So I thought, here we go. And this was $2, as you can see there, at that bookstore sale. So everything's in random order here. It's all kind of on top of each other. But I was excited to find this because I'm going to finally read Milk and Cheese. You can see here, it's just a black and white comic book like that. And I remember playing with the board game. It had a little dice that was like paper that you kind of had to put together. So I'm excited about that. And the last find, actually there's two more, but one thing's not with me on camera, so I'll say the second to last find is this awesome Metal Gear Solid sort of fancy high-end book, and this was also at that barn book sale. It's just a gorgeous, heavy, nice. It'll be great on the shelf. So it's the Guns of the Patriots booklet, which I played, but I never played much of. So that was an era when I just didn't have that much time to play, which I don't have I have less time now, but I try to play more. I don't know how it is. The Switch helps, which I want some point want to do a video about the Switch as a useful gaming device with a little one, but and a tired one at that. Maybe that's she's been over this for a while, so she's probably tired. But the last thing I want to talk about, which is not with me, is Mighty Max. So I'm going to be doing a video with Mighty Max. Paul and I did a while ago, and I've been working on the script part. It was the part where I talk about the history, editing all that stuff, getting all the clips that I need, that kind of thing. And I've been working on that, but I got the Magnus, so the Lava Lord figure, which is the only thing I had as a kid. I lost it years ago. I think I didn't.
So I actually had a little bit of technical difficulties, so my ending got chopped off. I don't know what happened to it. It just isn't there anymore. I filmed my ending with Penny and I on the day of, but here we are with the Lava Lord Magnus. So this will be your last little tidbit here. It's an awesome toy. I got it on eBay. It was about $12, I think $13, which included free shipping. It's an awesome item. It has a lot of things missing, but it has the key components, both of the arms. It doesn't have the rocket that would be in that right arm, but looking online, most of the time they're missing something, even the more expensive ones. And the complete ones are like $50-$60. So I was happy to have it, and I'll try to piece together some of the other little missing bits and pieces here and there. So thank you guys for watching. That was my finds for the months of October and going back to September. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you at a thrift store or maybe on eBay, which is where I got this guy. Thank you. Bye. I love this little motorcycle thing. My favorite thing about this right there.